All right. It's June 18th, 2012, and still there's nothing but problems. Problems, problems, problems. Every day. Every day, all this stuff is happening. The challenge for the presidential debate before Father's Day, that makes the seventh or eighth challenge that has been ignored by that idiot Bilderberg puppet President Obama. The debates that were ignored by the Bush administration, the debates that were ignored by the Clinton administration, to any of the unknown candidates. Now, you people after 200 videos, actually even after 50 or 60 videos, you pretty much have seen every side of me, including the side that's dying. And your society murdered me over the last 30 years, the last 10 years being the worst, where you took every car, truck, boat, motorhome from me and destroyed, scuttled, impeded, totally ripped off my life. And that's why I call you people all evil. It will never change. Your sicknesses go beyond any understanding, and there's not much else to talk about. Now, when I say really, there isn't that much to talk about, there isn't. What can I talk about? Nothing. They've taken my home from me. They've taken all my possessions, my desk, my memoirs. You know, what would happen if Obama had everything taken from him? What would happen if any of you in this world, even the few, less than 6,000, well, a little more than 6,000 people that have viewed my videos, if you lost everything that you had and it was all at the hands of some jerk-off neighbor who called on you, who turned you in for some car in your backyard or some stupid nonsense, menial alleged violations, and the city came out and started harassing you and started taking things from you without a warrant, without any real substantiated legal, truly natural legal system. There's natural law and there's man's law. Natural law, it's illegal to take things from people. That's what your country has done to me. And nobody cares. More than 200 videos, and nothing, absolutely nothing. So, what am I supposed to do? Say that I like you people? Say that I like you're even keeping me prisoner here. A prisoner in the United States of America, in the state of California, in the city of Los Angeles, a prisoner being kept here against his will, taking every last thing that I ever worked for, never being able to enjoy the fruits of my labor, never acquiring any real friends that could have been of any real help. What good is even having acquaintances if they're all poor, they're all in the same boat I am, and all I do when I meet them is smile and say the normal crap that most people say. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? How am I? I'm fine. It's all garbage. If I sound unappreciative and sarcastic, I'm not. It's you who are unappreciative. It's you who are sarcastic. It's you who go vote for these idiot politicians in office. It's you who pay and support the system. It's you that won't follow my orders, and they are orders, commands from an emperor that says take your money out of the banks if you have any, band together, bring this country down, because they have and replace it with a government that will work for people. And when I say people, I mean every single person, including the drunks, the drug addicts, and everybody else who's having trouble, even the criminals in jail. You don't need jails. What you need is smart, super intelligent people in every level of politics that you can find. And you're not going to get them the way you're going about it. They've got you so concerned about paying your rent and your mortgage that you're not going to jump on a bandwagon called revolution because you don't want to lose your way of life. Well, your way of life is worth nothing if someone else's life that you're going to bitch about, that's poor in the street, homeless, you don't want to see that because it reminds you, if you're well off, what can happen to you. I dare every middle-class person, every rich person, I dare each and every one of you who are well off, who've already made it, to walk away from your house, put on some rags, and live on the street for 30 days with no money in your pocket, not asking any help from anyone. Go live out of garbage cans, pick up aluminum cans, talk to other real homeless people, find out what it's really like. Because if you don't educate yourself now about how to survive on next to nothing, when a bad thing happens, a big bad thing happens where it's nationwide and most everybody loses, how are you going to survive? You don't know a thing about how to survive. So that's the challenge. You go do that, and then we'll talk some more. You're more interested in looking at naked women on YouTube, or almost naked women. You're more interested in seeing sexual stuff and blood, gore, and guts on YouTube. That's all you people care about. It's the only thing you understand. And because of that, you will end up in the same place all the other homeless people are, without any hope, without any support, and those people that do support you will want to get something off of you. That's what it's really all about, and that's what it will always be about. Now, this tape is stopped at I thought it stopped at 6 minutes and 51 seconds. So it's really going slow. I don't know why it's doing that. It's really acting weird. So the debate has passed. The deadline for the debate has passed. You know who I am, HRM, Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, also known as Reality Supreme Being. I've talked about storage problems. I've talked about people that have problems trying to survive while having their stuff in storage, whether it's in a vehicle or in an approved storage facility that charges ridiculous rates, 2 times the amount. I have the master plan that would change this country in the first 6 months of being in absolute power. Everyone would be cheering me. They'd be going, wow, where was this guy? Why was the media suppressing this guy who wouldn't talk about his ideas because he didn't want the rich people that are installed right now, that are safe and secure, he didn't want them to take his ideas and use them and try to pass it off as their own idea. Because that's what they do. And they do it from all people in all walks of life. That's why YouTube and Facebook and Twitter is like a double-edged sword. You've got experts who are being paid by the federal, state, and local governments to listen to these comments and see if they can pull out any new ideas. And that's what these people are doing. And so long as you allow this situation to take place, you will not win. So, what we have now is like the movie with Paul Newman, he said, what we have here is failure to communicate. And communicate with the best intentions, communicate followed with actions with the best intentions. And these people don't know how to do it. They just don't. I know how to give a medical program to this country that overnight would knock the socks off of everybody else on the planet. As far as a judicial system, I know how to change it in such a way that, again, would knock the socks off of everybody on this planet. They then definitely want to come here and even though I'm dying, I have dental sepsis, my teeth are cracked because of the stress that was forced on me by your society, even though all these negative things are happening to me, you've given me no choice but to be at war with you for the rest of my life till the day I die. I hate you, FBI. I hate you, police enforcement all over the country. I hate you, the president, governors, senators, state congressmen, state representatives, city representatives. You're all sick. I want to get rid of all of you because you have no business being in charge of cities and states where even one person is hurting on the street. And your alternatives, your solutions for that are not the right ones. You pick people off the street, you take them to an encampment, you take them to a shelter, and at the shelter they're taught, well, you have to start all over again. You have to live in a shelter, you have to get a regular job like at McDonald's, doesn't matter how old you are, especially if you're older, and you have to start all over again. These people are sick. They are control freaks, and they will continue to control you until you take charge. But see, the United States of America cannot be overthrown, and it can't be overthrown because everybody is lazy. You got more than 100 million philosophies, all driving in the different directions, no singular purpose, except maybe on the 4th of July when you're all waving that stupid, ugly, evil flag, which has an invisible Nazi swastika on it, the American flag. That's what it has written on it. You didn't defeat the Nazis in World War II. They're still here. They're posing as American citizens. They're all Nazis. So long as you support the military and 75% of your tax dollars goes to the military, that is evil. You're killing innocent men, women, and children in other countries. And every system, every contract, business, private, industrial, is all evil because you're all doing it to each other. And then you make each other work under fear and threat. No one should work under fear or threat over some crappy rules in a contract that don't fit, whether it's a public storage, whether it's a storage, etc., whether it's storage, a depot, whether it's American storage, whether it doesn't matter who you are, whatever storage company you have your stuff at. If you're homeless and that's all, the last resort that you've been forced to go to because they won't let you keep your stuff in cars, trucks, boats, motorhomes like they did to me because they want to kill you. They want to destroy you. They want to control freak you. And that's what this is all about. You're all control freaks. And you've got 100 million philosophies driving in 100 million different directions. And the majority, the population says a majority of the population is actually the control freaks because you're allowing it to happen. You're letting a handful of people that are well off, they've already got their house, they've already got their life in order, they're enjoying the fruits of their labor, while all of us, especially the poor, the downtrodden, the people abused like me, continue to be abused and never will recover. And they want us to die because that's their big thing. They're in control, and there's always someone that can replace this person that's of no use to us. The only reason I'm no use to you, the only reason Obama and Romney and all these candidates don't, their political advisors tell them, you can't debate someone that's a nobody, that hasn't established themselves as any kind of viable candidate. What's a viable candidate supposed to have? What are the qualities that a person is supposed to have in order to be president? John Kennedy once said it. He said, there's no experience that can adequately prepare you for being president than being president. And that's what he said. And it was absolutely true. If Obama was debating me, he'd have me at a disadvantage because he's been debriefed. He knows all this top secret stuff. And whatever he knows, he's still in the dark because there's even more to know. But the real secret here is I don't need to be debriefed to know more than him because I'm the one that's been abused. I'm the one that's lost 30 years of my life by the city of Los Angeles, the way they run things, the extensive civil rights violations, the network of civil rights violations that they continue to perpetrate on the homeless, the people that are poor, the people that have nothing to live on. This is what you do And this is what you do well. For one day, you'll all pay. And you'll all pay because you didn't listen to me, you didn't support me, and you didn't get behind me and say, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take any more of it. And I'm standing behind Caesar, and I'm going to call the White House and hack the White House phone and make it miserable for them as much as they made it miserable for him, me, because they made my life miserable by ignoring me. So did the city, so did the state. They're all selfish, egomaniac control freaks. There's no more to say. This is why people commit suicide. This is why people want to commit suicide. People like me, I don't want to live any longer. It's done. They've taken everything of value from me, everything of value, including the young years of my life. They've already stolen that by forcing me to move from place to place. The forcing of my moving was over definitely more than 20 years, nothing but moving. And all of it, harassment, and no one ever came and did one thing. No one that had any kind of power or authority ever lifted a finger and say, hey, stop that. You need to leave this man alone. You have made his life miserable. You have destroyed his life. It's too late now. Now you can ignore me all you want to. I'm just waiting to die. There's no reason to live any longer because you people have murdered me. And like I said in my other videos, I hope you're happy. I hope you enjoy watching me die on YouTube.